Alrighty, it's in the morning. It's about 6:45. I should be on the trail by 7. Here's this is Forest Road 412. I'm just set up here. This is kind of what I'd call the parking spot, I think. So sometimes at these trail crossings there's usually enough room for one car. Just put it in someplace, and that's the case here. And got all my one of the advantages of being near a road is you can kind of lay your stuff out on the road, make sure it doesn't get lost instead of being in the grass. But I'm probably about 10 minutes away from hitting the road or hitting the trail here, and I've got a power bar meeting, and I'll probably hike for like an hour or something and then cook breakfast if I find a nice spot. I gotta air a lot of stuff out here. Things that keep the tents a little bit wet and so on. Hey, I'm going. Starting to get warmed up. Nice trail here. The sun's coming up. I'm looking for water. I haven't seen I probably only hiked less than a mile so far, but I haven't seen a pond or a creek or anything. And the worst case scenario, I got 4 miles to Highway A, and I know over near Highway A there's a lake, but it'd be nice to get water soon. So we're gonna go on slightly downhill, and we've got to this pine area here to the left. Could be like a pine plantation right there. The sun really hits them. Sun's coming up and making itself known. Yeah, I walked over to this sunny spot that's about 50 to 75 yards from the trail, thinking there might be water here. It is a low point, but there's no water to be found. Alrighty, we're on this ridge here, and it goes down a ways, and I don't see any water down there. I don't want to walk all the way down there if I don't know there's water down there. Alrighty, I'm here at the Muskie Lake Road, which is Forest Road 411. And I got, it says Lake Ruth and 1.6 miles. So that might be my water source, unless I see one sooner. I had a little problem with my belt. The buckle is broken and it won't hold, so I had to tape it up. And I am charging up my camera right now too. There goes some runners by right there, and this is the spot that I stopped. I always come back and check to make sure I didn't drop anything. But they just came and they turned around and they came back, and she said, well, that's because it's the exact mileage for a 5K, so she must live about 2.5 Ks down that way, or have a cabin or whatever. But that's what she does. She comes up to the top of this hill here, and it's 2.5 Ks, and she runs back the other way. So we're getting started here, getting over to, I think there might be a proposed campsite on the way here. And then in 1.6 miles is Lake Ruth, but then Highway A's a ways from that. Really nice trail here. Very, very good. you know, there's been a couple fallen trees, step overs type things, but all in all, it's been very, very good. And you know, if you're a trail maintainer and you go out and maintain your section of trail, the next day a tree could fall over, or even the next hour after he gets done. So you can't really help gravity, but this has been really, really good. So I'm very happy with it. Alright, I found a blue ribbon here, which must mean there's another blue ribbon. And let me see if I can see any more. But this may be where the Camp 2 Lake campsite is. I don't see a lake. Alright, it's starting to get sunny. So that may mean we're coming up on a lake. Right here. Over there it kind of looks like blue skies. So Lake Ruth's supposed to be on the right side of the trail. Back there where I seen the flags, that didn't lead anywhere. And besides that 2 Lake campsite was supposed to be on the right side of the trail instead of the left, or on the north side of the trail. So it was the flag was on the wrong side of the trail. We're coming down to a road here. I think this road takes you down to Lake Ruth, although there's no instructions on it. I'm pretty sure that's where that goes. Is Lake Ruth down that way? According to one of my maps I got, it looks like it's down there, but there's no instructions here. Alright, I'm on some sort of ATV trail. It says Iron River going that way, but I don't think this is the Lake Ruth here. There is a little trail going down this way to some water. I thought Lake Ruth was a fairly big lake. It appears there's water right down there. Alright, I'm on this ATV road and I'm drying out all my stuff. I'm having breakfast here, and I'm filtering water from this little pond down here. It's nice, it has nice water in it. It's not too murky. And my sleeping bag's up there. It's about ready to be packed up. Just been here for probably 20-25 minutes, so it's about time to get packed up again. But that's what's going on. I'm drying out stuff, airing out stuff, and eating breakfast. So one of the few down trees. It's been good. Alright, since I dried everything and aired everything out and got water, and I packed up my backpack, and when I was backing up my backpack I couldn't find my tent poles. It's kind of got a ridge pole it uses, but the more important thing is the stakes is in that bag too. So, and I check the area really, really good when I leave someplace. So I don't know where the hell or what the hell happened there. I think it's back at the one road 412 where I camped. That has to be back there. I'm gonna have to go drive back there tomorrow and see if I can find them. Meanwhile, I'm gonna have to rig up the tent tonight, something fierce. But I got plenty of extra rope, and it uses the hiking pole as the main pole. Alright, they got the mother of all signs here. Bayfield County Forest. We're coming in, and the traps that way. I don't know. We're out of the Chequamegon National Forest. So making some progress. We climbed up a hill, now we're kind of going down a hill. But we're kind of gently going down the hill, but there's this huge clear-cut area over here to the north of the trail here. Just huge. Right there. I think it's a clear-cut area, or it's just an opening. We're coming up to something. I don't know what this is. Oh, it looks like it might be Highway A. So, because it's a paved road there. So, there it is. I made it to Highway A. There's a register. Alright. I'm right here. I'm gonna go up past Banana Belt Road. They don't show the campsites. There's Erick Lake campsite in here. Oh, there's Erick Lake. They show it right there. That's going to be in 3.1 miles. And keep going tomorrow. I got to get over this, I think right around in here is where I'm going to. Alright, we're crossing Highway. Hey, they have a nice kiosk over there that I was looking at. And I am officially leaving the Chequamegon Chapter's area here right now. Nice paved road here, Highway A, and we're coming up over here to a little trough going up the embankment here, and let's see what it says. Banana Belt Road 2.2, Brick Lake Campsite 3. Erick Lake Campsite and Para Road 4 miles. So that's what I got to look forward to this afternoon. We went up a hill and then down a hill, and then this kind of looks like a logging station area. You know, when they do the where they put logs when they cut them down. We went up and up and up from that logging staging area, and here's the Atlee Oswald bench. Here, it's got the AO on it. It looks like there's a little clearing back here that somebody used as a tent bed at one time. And there's the Bob Norland overlook right there. You can look for a ways. It looks like they're gonna have to go down the hill and saw down some trees again, because that's how they made this overlook. They would have had to get rid of some trees, but it looks like they're gonna have to do that again, or else in the next 3 or 4 years the overlook will be no more. Or as I like to say, the overlooked was overlooked. There appears to be a yellow pail out here in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what's in it. Should I look? I don't know, some dirt or something. Maybe it was from building the trail. I don't know, sometimes you use pails to move dirt when you're out trail building. I know, it's just a weird thing. Oh, we're going by a big area here that was a clear cut probably like 3 or 4 years ago. Big area. Wow. No, it's a working forest, so that's the way the most efficient way of doing it. And then in about 30 to 35 years, you can do it again. That's how they do it. They log every section of the forest every 30 to 40 years. All right, it's been fairly flat. It looks like a turnpike here. And if it's fairly flat or going downhill, I try to walk fast. So I want to cover some more ground here. I've been having too many problems this morning. So right here looks like a section that's going uphill. So I'm going to take it easy on this. To the overlook of the forest here. Some more forest that looks like it was clear cut like 5 years ago. So they're really working this forest there. And down here looks like there's some more. That was on the right side of the trail. Down here looks like it's on the left side of the trail. Looks like we're getting into more mature forest here, which will offer a little bit more shade, which will be nice. Should be coming out at Banana Belt Road sometime, I don't know how soon, but looking forward to that. We got another overlook, it looks like. I thought this was a logging road, but here's a bench. So it's an overlook. There you go. But yeah, this is something to look at. Not as fantastic as the Bob Norland one, but you know, sometimes when you make an overlook, the forest was clear cut and then the trees grow, so it's a different view. We got an arrow here. We're going to the right. Maybe we're kind of going to come out on something pretty soon. This looks like an old forest road. Maybe it's going to get us out to the Banana Belt Road. We'll see what happens. Okay, we're at this electric line right away, which sometimes that goes fairly near road. Yeah, it was only about 75 yards, and bam, we're here. What does this say? Here, Muskegon Lake Road, 4.3, 411. So I was at the road before that. I started this morning. That would have been Forest Road 412. So far I think I've done 6 miles, which isn't the greatest, but I had a long deal. Now I gotta figure out where it goes. Here, if it goes down this road or where it goes. I don't know, it seems to have a symbol over here. Right here. But I don't know. Oh, over here. Over here I see a sign. And it says Erick Lake Campsite 1.6, Para Road 1.8, Wills Road 4.7. So I'm trying to get to Erick Lake, and I'll take a mandatory rest stop then. There's some big trees out here in the middle of the young forest here. The rest of the stuff's really young, and we got these huge trees here. That's something to see. Wow. I'm hiking in the dark woods. It's not that mature. I'd say about 10 or 15 years old, most of these trees are. Maybe a little bit more. But they're a little bit more mature and give a little bit better shade than some of the other spots I was at. I think I got a ways until Erick Lake, but I'll be happy to see that. I need to, one thing I should say, there has been no trail bridges because there's been no creeks for the longest ways. Look at that, that looks like a beaver cut that down. We must be getting close to water somehow. I don't see it yet, but hopefully we're coming up on the Erick Lake. It would be nice. Here's a water source here. I don't know if this is Erick Lake or this looks like we're crossing like an old beaver dam. Maybe that's why I've seen all those beavers. Right there, that looks like what they call a beaver portage, where the beaver comes across there. But, so I wasn't too far off the case when I said that one looks like it was done by a beaver. But there's supposed to be a campsite on Erick Lake, so that's where I was hoping to get to. But this is nice here. This looks like there's enough room for a tent pad there. Another spot where it looks like the beavers have been working. Maybe that's the beaver portage there where they haul the stuff. So maybe we are getting to Erick Lake. I didn't think that other one looked big enough to be a named lake. I don't know, I think I might have missed the campsite. There's something coming up here. Some sort of forest road. Okay, so it looks like I missed that campsite. And I should have stopped for water no matter what. I still got a couple swigs left. And the Morris Pond is less than a mile away, I think. So, we should be good. But the next time I see water, when I see that Morris Pond, I'm just going to have to stop and do my stuff and don't care about looking for the campsite. Oh wait, here's another lake. Oh yay. Look at that, maybe this is the Erick Lake. Oh wow, this is nice. I am going to stop here. I am going to look for the campsite, but I'm not going to get away from this lake. Alright, I found the campsite. Here it is over here. Just as I figured there'd be benches and stuff. It looks like they sawed this to make it flat so you could sit on. The trail down to the water looks a little steep. But here I am, Erick Lake. Oh yay, I found it. Wow. Let's go take a look. Here's a table bench, some room for some tent pads up back that way. And looks like there's a latrine trail. It's got a white blaze over there on that tree. Oh, I'm taking a break. I needed a break. And I was so happy. I thought that other lake was the Erick Lake, and it wasn't. This is. And there's some people out fishing in the lake. I heard a vehicle drive up, and you know, like noises like somebody was putting a boat in the water, and that's the boat right there. Ooh, he looks like he caught something right there. So, managed to have some luck while fishing. While I was filming, no doubt. Who knows? I'll be in the next fishing movie star here. In the fly fishing film tour. But that's what's going on. They seen me, I waved at them. And they waved back, and they're just fishing. Filtered some water, ate some food, but I'm just kind of hanging out. I think I've done 8 miles right now today. I did 15 yesterday. So 8 miles is going to be bringing me up to like 24 miles. And we've got to do 38. For the grand total will be 38 miles. So it's only like 3:30 now. So like I said, I had a kind of a slow start and so forth. But if I can rack up, a few more miles, and I got plenty of time until 8 o'clock tonight, I can get tomorrow's number down considerably. Those guys are over circling the lake, and got up from my hammock. Finally decided to get up. It was hard to do. It was comfortable. And I went down to get some water. I'm using this Grail, or I don't know how you pronounce it. It's kind of like a coffee press. It worked great to begin with, and now it's a little slow. Maybe I have to clean something out in there. I don't know. I should have read the instructions. Alright, it's past 4. I got packed up again, and I'm on my way. I signed the guidebook, or not the guidebook, the logbook, right there. In there, I got that shut good. The fishermen packed up their boat and left after they did a lap around the lake. We're coming up to the Perro Road. Here, look at this. Wow. Just kind of checking out, see what's here. The normal signs. It says Highway A 4 miles, and I did 4.4 before that. So I'm coming up on, 8.5 to 9 miles. So now the question is, where's the trail? Over here. There looks to be an opening right here. And yeah, here it is. Right there. No mileage time, but the Morris Pond should be like in a mile. So, here's the mileage. Oh, it's 0.6. Willis Road, 2.9. So, and South Shore Grade Road, I'm not familiar with that one. But anyway, I thought there was like a samples road after that, but maybe not. All right, I'm hiking in the forest here. It looks like it had, again, a bunch of cutting, selective cutting. There's some tall trees, but there's some very small trees too. Alrighty, I'm coming up on the Morris Pond, right there. Looks pretty cool. Looks like a beautiful little lake. There is a campsite here. So I was thinking about stopping for supper here, but I'm not sure if I should continue on or not. As I just stopped at the other lake, which was like less than a mile. So we'll see what happens there. It's nice, you know, if they have those benches and everything. It's a nice spot to cook. Looks like they used to have a cabin here. Looks like a foundation that goes around and ends right here. It must have been several years ago because look at how big that tree is. But there looks to be a foundation for something. Look at the big bolt there. So that's interesting. Nice little hike here. But you're up from the lake. It's hard to get water. So I imagine the campsite's going to be a little easier to get water from. We made it up to the campsite trail. There's another logbook box. Here we go. We're gonna, I think it's a good, on the map it looks like it's a fairly long trail for campsites. That is, the other one was just like right on the NCT. You could see it. I think this one's a good 100 yards or so, according to the map. Hey, that's the first bridge I've seen, like all day. Wow. So there's a place. Let me take a look before I say that. Yeah, there's a place where it looks fairly difficult to get down in there, but who knows? I almost tripped myself. Look at this tree. Wow. And that looks like a good spot for water right there. I think that's why they kind of got it like that. Maybe that's the water trail for the campsite. Alright, let's see. Oh, this is uphill. No way. Oh God. Oh God. But my trail for the Thomas Ridge campsite is going to be fairly long. Here's a sign that says Morris Pond Campsite, but it's been torn down or broken down, whatever you want to say. And here's the campsite. It looks like the latrine's that way. Alright. And like I said, I might, it doesn't look like there's too good a spot here to get water here. So I was right, that other spot was the water trail. Alrighty, I'm gonna eat supper here. These are two really, really nice campsites. The Erick Lake and the Morris Pond. Excellent. And they're what I call Friday nighters, especially the Erick Lake. That was only like 3/10 of a mile, if that, from the road. And this Morris one was 6/10. The 6/10 of a mile. Somebody cut up some firewood. Look at that. Okay, I'm traveling on this ridge. There's a valley down there, I believe. That's the same valley that the Morris Pond is in. But just hiking through the mature woods, which is nice. Before, when those clear-cut areas, it was hot. It was like you go out in the sun and then you'd get a patch of woods that you go in and it'd be like 15 degrees difference. So I'm grateful for the shade now, but it's less of a worry now. Later on in the evening it'll start getting cooler here. Alright, okay, we're coming up to a well-lit area over here to the left, which I think is another cutting area. And then down that way is the valley. But it looks like we're going away from it now. So that's the end of hiking on the hill next to the valley. We skirted around the edge of the well-lit area for a long time. But now we're coming out to, it looks to be a forked road here. Here's the place was a Atlee Oswald bench right there. A pond, that would be great for getting water. Little swampy area over there. Here's the pond. I imagine people have camped here, but it looks a little bumpy. But you know, you got a bench. A lot of people, like I camped one place one time just because I had a bench to lay out all my stuff. So that was nice. I thought we were at a road, but it's too small. I don't think, you know, usually at the named roads they have signs and stuff. So, but we're gonna continue on. Here's a section of trail going through a cut area that was probably cut like 3 or 4 years ago. Maybe a little bit longer than that. It's just totally brush on both sides of the trail. You can't really do anything else except for stay on the trail. There's no other choice. Absolutely no other choice. Now we're getting up to a spot where we have to make another choice. So it looks like that's blocking the way. So let's see what we can do here. Yeah, there's the trail right there. You gotta step over a few things and I'll be good to go again. But that's been very rare. I haven't seen, and this is a what I call a multi-tree cluster. When one tree falls down, it knocks down a bunch of other ones. Oh, we're still in this little scrublands here. But I see a line of trees over that way. You see this, the big trees? So we might be coming into something. Maybe it's maybe the road's dividing it. We made it into the big trees. Still no road. It looks like a swampy area over there. And at least we're out of the scrublands. Alright, it appears that we're out to a road. Right here. It's the Willis Road and Troy Pit Road corner, and I think the North Country Trail starts up again over here, kitty corner. There's all the different roads. Now I have to decide. I'm gonna come over and look at the sign over here and see what it says. It says South Grade 1.9, Troy Pit Road 3.7, Winneboujou 4.7. Alright, I gotta decide what I want to do. Alright, I talked with my sister. She says there's more likely rain later on in the day tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to get over to this South Shore grade road in 1.9 miles. Just so there'll be less to do. We had surprisingly good phone reception here at the corner of Willis Road and Troy Pit Road. I was able to call my sister, get the weather report, stuff like that. Eat a little bit more food, go into the woods and do my duty, so to speak. And I'm on my way. I'm hiking through the scrublands here, except for there's these huge trees too, so that's kind of cool. They left the big trees and took all the other trees, but like Bayfield County is kind of like the scrublands capital of the North Country Trail. That sort of seems like it is. When I hiked the Paul Bunyan State Forest in Minnesota, I called it the Turdy Clear Cut. There were so many clear cuts, but this is going to rival that. Look at here. It's a nice wide spot right there, and there's a bench. Oh my lord, maybe I should take that, but I wanted to get closer to that road. Alright, we're on a nice and easy road, but they took us off of that, and now we're going through the woods again. It says it's supposed to be 1.9 miles. I don't think we're any place close yet, but it was nice being on that road for a while as I could just zip along. But this doesn't look too bad. I got a pretty long straight stretch here. I'm trying to go fast on the flat and downhill stretches, and it's been mainly downhill. So trying to cover the ground so I can get my tent up when it's still light. Actually, almost any place around here would be good for setting up. I just want to be a little close to the road. We're coming up on something. A grassy field. Thought it might have been a road. It's getting time when you start thinking you're gonna hit it soon. This is a big opening. Maybe it's like what they call a wildlife opening. So in the spring, the deer can come here, and it's the first thing that greens up, and they have something to eat. So maybe that's what this is. I thought we were coming out to the road, but no, we're back out in the scrublands again. Oh my lord. I was hoping that road would be coming up real soon. So, but the nice part of this is a lot more lit up. Well, there's another Atlee Oswald bench. I just wonder how far we're from that road. It looks pretty grown over there. If I stayed here, I could just work on that a little bit and see what I could do. Alright, let me see what I decide to do here. There it is. The morning after. I got it. I couldn't get any sticks to use as stakes. The ground is pretty solid here. So I ended up using ropes to tie up everything. One to this little tree there, and so forth. So Dan Walters, Mr. Rope, would be proud of me. I survived the night just using rope. And down here, the bear bag's up, so I did a good enough job of hanging that. So again, my rope skills shining today. Well, after all that, after tying up this tent and everything, now I'm starting to pack up, and guess what I find in the bottom of my backpack? the poles and stakes. The stakes are the thing that I missed the most. They were down here. Normally I have them like that. So that's why I didn't think I had them. Oh well, live and learn, I guess. At least I don't have to go back and try to find them, which is nice. Alright, it's around 7 a.m. I pushed those bushes underneath the bench so they could, somebody could actually sit on the bench. And here's where I had my tent. And look at the beautiful pine tree. This served me well, even though, you know, I had stupid stuff happen with the tent stakes and stuff. And like I said, down there's where I had my food bag hung up. So, I mean, okay, they say you're not supposed to camp within like 30 yards of the trail or something. I was just crashing. I wasn't like camping with a campfire or making food or anything like that. It's just set up a tent, sleep, and get up the next morning and go. So, in fact, sometimes to tell you the truth, I even mow it when at the Heritage Chapter. If I see a flat spot next to the trail, I'll mow a little opening just for that reason. So if somebody comes along and sees it and says, "Oh, I need to sleep," boom, they can do it. All right, so we should be coming up on that South Shore Grade Road, which is the county line road. Well, less than 100 yards from that bench, voila, we've got the road. It's what they call the Superior Grade Road right here. And so like I said, in that 1.9 miles from Wills Road, wasn't any water at all. Not at all. So I'm wondering, the $64,000 question is there going to be water coming up? And Winneboujou campsite is in 2.8 miles. I'm hoping there's some water before that, because otherwise I gotta go down the Bluff and get water. There's a trail going down the Bluff to get water for that campsite. I came on to this forest road here, and it was coming downhill a lot, I seen. And I said, well, there's this lit area. Sometimes when there's a lit area, that means there's water. And this is like maybe 100 yards, 150 yards down the hill. Well, right there's water. Hallelujah. 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 Yeah. Great. This will keep me going. I could water up here, and maybe I got 10 miles to go, so it'll take a pretty good chunk of that, and I don't have to walk down the hill at the Winneboujou campsite here. Maybe they should have a sign here. This is where the trail crosses this road. It's right down there where you can see light down there. It's a little lit up in the woods. That's a water source. They should have a sign here saying water source 100 yards that way. That would be great. Because going back this way, it's at least 2 to 2.5 miles to a murky pond. So, and it remains to be seen how far it is to water source this way. Flat trail here. Really well done. Good job, Peter Nordgren and Mark and all the crew up here. Forget what Van Horner. Sorry, Mark, I forgot what your last name was. But he's up here, and Peter Nordgren, and excellent. And this has been nice and flat. You can hear Highway 27, traffic on Highway 27. Must be only like a mile or so west of this trail, but it's down in the valley. We're kind of hiking up on top of this bluff, and this is kind of the northern section of the North Country Trail in the Brule St. Croix chapter, and in the Schwami. You know, this part of the trail, the western section of Wisconsin, this is like the northern point. So I'm gonna be heading south along this ridge for practically the entire rest of my journey today. It's another Atlee Oswald bench right here. If I'd have kept going, I'd have made it to here. This looks like a perfect spot to put in a tent. I guess this is a sign that I'm going down a hill, but the bench is for people who come up the hill and finally made it up the hill. So we had a big down and a big up. And when I got down to the bottom, I was thinking maybe there's a creek down there, but no. We're going up a little bit here, a little bit. So I'm glad I took the detour down to that little pond. We came down a hill, and we're there looks to be a gully down here. And those trees are on the other side of the gully. I'm not seeing any water though. But if there is a creek, if we run across the creek here soon, I will stop and filter a little bit more water. But like I said, we've been gradually getting lower and lower and lower. So, okay. There's this. It's kind of confusing. So it looks like they've got a side trail going to this campground for 1.4 miles. So, but it says North Country Trail, but this is actually a side trail going that way. And this is the main end. North Country Trail is going to be going this way, and we're going to have Troy Pit Road again, and we're going to have Samples Road again, or first. So a little bit of a confusing thing, because it says North Country Trail. Like when I see something that says North Country Trail, I think I got to go that way, because that's the trail. But I guess if you know what you're doing, it's good, but maybe people have got messed up. Nice pine plantation here. Heading towards the Troy Pit Road and Samples Road. I thought we came down, took a long descent, and I thought for sure at the bottom we'd hit a creek or something. But no, we came up to that side trail. I think if you take the side trail, you'll hit the Brule River. All right, we made it down to the Troy Pit Road here. And evidently if you go down this way a ways, you'll hit 27. I don't see it, but it doesn't look that far on the map. We've been going uphill ever since that Troy Pit Road. I see something that looks like railroad tracks down there. I just barely seen a car go by there. So the Highway 27 is just down the hill here. We're out to Samples Road. And I thought there was a parking lot here too. And I'm not seeing it right off the bat. There's a little cutout down there. I don't think that's it. Or you can just park by the side of the road or what. Maybe it's up that way. Alright. But we're on top of the bluff here. That's great, with great views. It looks as though I've got 7.5 miles to go. Look at that. And we're going to this Winneboujou Bluff campsite and resting and having breakfast and stuff like that. And here's the trail bridge. But there is absolutely no water underneath it. Oh well, bummerama. On the side trail to the parking lot here. And there looks to be a bunch of cars here. Look at all of them. Maybe the North Country Trail navigators are having a hike or something like that. There's a bunch of cars here. Maybe there's somebody with water. Who knows? Anyway, down here it's got Winneboujou Bluff campsite is 0.8. So we're making some progress. I came to a view with the Atlee Oswald bench. Look at that. Wow. This is what I call a cut-in view. You actually have to go down the hill and cut trees down to make the view. Looks like they could cut a few more trees down because it's starting to encroach. But beautiful view there. Beautiful section of trail. Wow. Douglas County's been great so far. But again, this is the Brule River State Forest. So it's not like a county forest. So it's a little bit different situation. There's another overlook. I think that's Hoodoo Lake down there. Again, it looks like they're going to have to come down and clear out some stuff or else the trees are going to grow up in front of the overlook. The Atlee Oswald bench is broken here. He's been dead like 5 years. So some of those benches getting a little old, but he was getting disabled and he wanted to do something continue to do stuff for the North Country Trail. Because was quite the volunteer. And he made benches, and then he got a router for making the signs. So most of those signs that we've been looking at were made by the Oswald, first Atlee, and now Rita. Alright, I made it up to the campsite. It says water 0.34 miles going down but it's pretty much all downhill. So, and then you got to come back. At least it has an Atlee Oswald bench at the top. And so, yeah, you got to come back up the hill from that. And this is called the Winneboujou Bluff. And the campsite's back this way. Really nice hike here. So here you come back this way, and here's the campsite right here. Nice little campsite on top of this bluff here. Just hanging out in the hammock here at the Winneboujou campsite. It's a beautiful day. Look at that, I got some stuff laying out, and there's a sunny spot down there. I've got my tent laying out, and the latrine's down that way. There's a sign for it over there. A brown Carsonite post. Oh, just hanging out, resting for a little bit, and eating some oatmeal, stuff like that. Okay, the rest period's over. I am heading away from the Winneboujou Bluff campsite, And I'm not going to take the side trip to get water. I just had some oatmeal that had water in it. I got a little bit of water left. But by the time I get down there and back, it's 0.34 miles. That's almost 0.7 miles. And you have to come up the Bluff. Well, anyway, I only got 6 miles left of the car. So maybe there's another water source on the way. Because there's another campsite. And they don't usually make campsites without, there's the trail. It looks nice. They don't usually make a campsite without a water source. But this could be one of the few ones. Okay, it appears we're coming up on our first logging area. And this is the Blue River State Forest, so it is a forest. And I wanted to go there, but that's just the gully. This is the North Country Trail. So, gonna be sunny. All right, we're going through the logging zone. That helps you see way off in the distance there. And then way over there, I can see the trail, which I think is the North Country Trail, going up that way. Fortunately, we got a good breeze. So that helps. It is a little bit warm, but now I'm out of the logging zone and into this tall pine plantation here. Imagine it'll get logged eventually. But nice trail in the woods right here with Pine Needle Trail. After doing a big up and down, then we're in the woods. We come out to the scrublands right here. Maybe we're not going to be in the scrublands very long. It looks like we're going back in the real woods again. So that's good. All right, we're at another bench with a view. You'll probably see Highway 27 down there. Maybe, maybe not. Right there. I can't see the highway. But we can see that between here and there is the Blue River. It started to rain, so I collected water using these little emergency ponchos. I guess, maybe that's what the emergency they're talking about when they have an emergency poncho. Anyway, I managed to get 2 of these things full, and I drank a lot of it. But the rain seems to be tapering off now. I think I'll get going. Alrighty. We're at another overlook here. Another Atlee Oswald bench there. And you can see the clouds over there. Maybe a little bit of a view over here. Check this out. Trail built by Troop 212, which is my birthday. Poplar, Wisconsin. Wonderful. They did a good job here. Wow. Good job, Scouts. It looks beautiful. We're coming to the tall pines. We should be coming out at Rush Lake Road pretty soon, which I'm looking forward to. But there it is, a nice, beautiful section of trail. We're down to Rush Lake Road. Yippee. Skippy. Look at that. And what does it say? Winneboujou Bluff, Sample Road 4.7. So we were before that. We were a few miles before Samples. We're crossing the road here. They've got a North Country Trail sign right there. And there's some sort of old road. I don't know. Looks like there's some parking spots right there. You could park if you needed to. And here's the good news. .2 miles to Highway 27, 2.7 miles to the Gaylord Nelson trailhead, which I'm going to. Okay, my backpacking trip is over with. See, there's this little island here. Well, I'm gonna put most of my backpacking stuff in here right about that might not be in far enough. There it is. Nobody's gonna see that unless they're looking for, you know, they know exactly where it is. So it's right here in this sort of fork in the road, right there. And I got 2.7 miles. I can enjoy the hike a little bit better. You know, I just got the main things like water filter and my first aid kit and, you know, keys, stuff like that. All right, the landscape has changed. We're kind of getting into these scrubby pine trees. I don't know what type of pine tree they are. Before we were into the tall pine trees, but let me tell you, getting rid of that stuff, becoming a day hiker, feels so much better already. Another bench with a little bit of a view there. Nice place to sit down. And we are going to be looking for a campsite shortly. It's the Schoch or Schoch. I'm not familiar with him as much as like Atlee Oswald, the benchmaker. So we'll come and take a look at the campsite. Oh baby, look at what we've got here. A creek and a little pond down there. My lord. That's the first creek I've seen for like 10 miles, I think. And I'm expecting the campsite to be here shortly. You'd think they'd have to be near the creek. I don't want to go too far. I want to pump water. So I'm gonna use one of these logs right here. Here's an ammo box. And there's a sign, Schoch campsite, right there. So I'd say it's about 75 yards up the hill. You got your own little creek right here. You can get water from maybe. And let's go take a look at the campsite. Right there. It's up here on a little plateau, it looks like. And see how far we gotta go here. Oh, here we go. We got an extra huge table here. That must be the latrine trail. It's got a white blaze. But look at this. It's got an extra long table right there. I haven't seen one that long before. And then maybe you can get down to the creek this way And there's a tent pad there and a tent pad there and maybe one over there. So, and there's the fireplace. So, that's good. Now the sun's coming out again. Everything's wet. And the trail's closing in on me. Ooh. Nothing a good brush cutter wouldn't cure. And it's incredibly straight right here. Well, that's good. Maybe we can get to where we're going to in a nice straight line. We're out to this kind of logging road configuration. And someplace where they, again, had some logging just a while back. And here's her, maybe it's what you call one of those, I don't know, a barren. Maybe it's not a, but they got big trees, and so maybe it's just the barrens area. But up here we've got a turn. So we'll see what happens next. It's been quite the change in what would you call ecology, ecosystems the last few miles. We've seen a lot of different things. Just met two guys in Orange just doing a weekend kind of deal. I think they're settling on it. They said they started at Jersey. And they said they're just doing a weekend kind of deal. And the trail, you know, as Axel would say, welcome to the jungle. Right there. Oh, look at that. We might be out of it. Maybe for a few feet. Maybe it starts up being jungly again. Up there. But the mower should take all that down. The mower can, if they got a DR mower, it can take stuff down that's up to 2 inches wide. That's what they say. Most of this stuff isn't that wide. It's much better now when the tall pines just chugging along, just thinking about water. I got a water tank in the car. It's gonna taste so good. Here it says the North Country Trail is coming on private property. It's kind of hidden by this tree. Could use good lopping there. But, you know, it's private. I think this is the first chunk of private property that I've been on this trip. It was the Chequamegon National Forest. And then we've had some county forests, like the Bayfield County Forest, the scrublands. Then we had the Blue River State Forest. So, but thank you to the private landowners that let us cross your section of trail, or land. I mean, we're coming out to another bench right there. This has been fairly straight and nice. Sometimes when you're on private property, you have to stay near the lot line. There's some sort of easement that you have to stay so close to the lot line. We have something like that in the Heritage, from like Peter's driveway all the way over to 169, which is 2.5 miles. We've got easements along the lot line. We were in some It's in some lowlands back there. Kind of a scrubby, brushy lowlands. Now we're going up a hill. So hopefully it isn't all that big. So luckily I don't have my full load right now. Or else I'd be really dragging. Hey, I finished hiking. I think this is what you call a barrens here. The soil just isn't good enough to grow anything substantially. We're coming across 27 here. We've been hearing traffic on 27 ever since last night. So where I slept, you could hear traffic. So we're finally getting to cross it. And up there is going to be the Gaylord Nelson portal. But we kind of do a little square here to get to it. Okay, we're turning back this way. Now that I look at the map, it does show it kind of makes a P looking affair here. Looks like the letter P. And it comes back around, and we'll be hitting a trail going to the left eventually. I'm really hoping for this portal. Oh wait. We're here. Parking, it says. That way. We're in the portal. Yay. And here's the sign. Right there. New York, North Dakota. And it says Highland Tire and Haul, 5.1 miles. Rush Lake Road, 2.7, and so on. So we get to take this nice little road here to the portal. I'm ready to go through the portal back into, what would you say, van life, minivan life. Hey, I made it to the portal. Oh yeah, there's the van, there's another car here. There's supposed to be a big rock that says something about Gaylord Nelson too, an inscription. And here's a kiosk. So right there, adopt a trail and so forth, maps. And here's the moment I've been waiting for. Right, oh, there's the Gaylord Nelson rock right there. Oh, we're in the car right there. Got the stuff in, and now is the moment of truth. Yay! Right there, look at that. Got some water waiting for me. And unfortunately, you can't see it all that great because of the rain. But Gaylord Nelson was one of the sponsors of the bill that created the North Country Trail and the Ice Age Trail. And he was the governor, and he also did Earth Day. And this looks like some blackberries right there. But alright, I'm back at Rush Lake Road in kind of the fork of the road here. And hopefully my gear's still sitting in here. There it is, I see a blue bag. Alright. There we go. It got rained on, but this blue bag's supposed to be waterproof. But most of the stuff in there won't hurt anyway. So, another case where that just ditching that gear just made my last 2 miles that more enjoyable. Got it done faster, etc. So it worked out. All right, evidently the portal that I've gone through is, I've gone through the portal to do trail work. So I came out here by the South Shore Grade Road, or the County Line Road, whatever they're calling it. This is where I slept, and I cut down a bunch of stuff that was near this bench so people can use it now. So that's what I decided to do. It wasn't all that easy getting here. These roads are gravel and not well, what would you say, not used very much. So, but I came back in, cleared it, and just say about the adventure, 38 miles in 3 days. So I did pretty well. I had a little bit of gear that I shouldn't have, because, you know, I work for an outdoor store, and I go, try this out, try that out. But overall, the experience was good. I didn't get myself too worn down, etc., etc. Now it's really starting to rain. So, everything's good. See y'all on my next adventure.